Hey, I'm Dr. Brad Watts for Biogenetix, a doctor of chiropractic and an expert in functional medicine and clinical nutrition. I was recently in Baltimore, Maryland, speaking at a symposium on pain management and regeneration services. A lot of really great conversations after the presentations, and three main questions came out of that symposium. Number one, what was that genetic pain switch called? You were not in Baltimore. We talked about a genetic pain switch called the A3AR receptor. This genetic pain switch, when it turns off, your body allows the transmission of pain. It's like a warning bell. When it turns off, your brain is telling the rest of your body, hey, there's a problem. We need to do something about this problem. Modern medicine right now is using opioids to bulldoze that A3AR receptor rather than hitting the mechanism as to why it's been turned off in the first place. What's actually causing it to turn off, and how do we remedy that situation? Fortunately, natural health care providers across the country are utilizing a specific strategy that I call vacuuming up reactive oxygen species. Vacuuming up inflammation like a dustbuster in the cell to suck that stuff up and move your patients down the road toward wellness. If you want more information on this, make sure to check out the Biogenetix Learning Library about pain management in a natural health care setting. Question number two was, why do my patients need phosphatidylcholine? The short answer is that phosphatidylcholine is part of the Biogenetix Regen Support Kit because your patients do not consume enough in their dietary intake. See, phosphatidylcholine is required in order for your patients to be able to create bile. Bile is required in order for your patients to be able to detox, and detox is required if your patients want healthy physiology in the long run. When we don't get phosphatidylcholine in our diet, what happens is the liver donates its own cells in order to create that fluid formation of bile. That means the liver will donate its cell membrane, hepatocyte cell membrane, because detox is so important. The liver would rather you be able to detox than have a fully functioning liver. This is amazing to think about, because what it means is that you are sacrificing cells in order to detox. When you don't take in enough phosphatidylcholine in your diet, there's nothing left for your body to do except to spend liver tissue in an effort to maintain inflammatory balance. So anyway, we use phosphatidylcholine with our regen service patients because phosphatidylcholine makes up the main lipid component of synovial fluid. It's one of the things that creates that frictionless environment, and since 40% of American adults are the ones walking around with less phosphatidylcholine, you can imagine how awesome the results are. Question number three was, how do I work either the pain kit or the regen kit into my patient programming? Super easy. Most doctors build it into the cost of their programming on the front end of care. With the regen services, typically 2 kits per procedure. With the pain support kit, patients use that as they work their way through their acute programming, and once they transition into wellness, it's really up to them. Remember that by adding nutrition services into your existing procedures, it gives you an opportunity to work with MCP more fluently. Mechanical, chemical, psychological. In reality, you're the only provider that has that philosophy. And ultimately, the doctor that wins is the one that checks the most boxes. MCP, that's where it's at. If you want more information on how to add nutrition services into your programming, check out the Add Nutrition module on the biogenetix.com homepage. All right, once again, for Biogenetix, I'm Dr. Brad Watts, a doctor of chiropractic and an expert in functional medicine and clinical nutrition. Thank you so much for watching.